comments on having the best hair in the EHL on the back.
Well, it's important, if you don't have good hair, you just don't play well. That's all it is to it. But it's all I can do is just keep my hair.
There you go.
So this is
Thank you for your time, Coach.
that was Jake Vassilis. This is head coach Mark Catron of the Philadelphia Low Flyers. Mark, 5-4 overtime win.
Yeah.
So just first, your initial thoughts on the guys being able to pull it out in OT tonight.
Yeah, I thought they dug down deep after a big goal by the Railers there in the last second. It's exciting for everybody. Unless I just wanted to go in the locker room and make sure they weren't so down that they forget they still have an overtime game to play here. And we just came out of one with the 87s, and so they knew what to expect. But it's such a good team over there. You can't take a shift off at all. Just look, they kept pushing, and they got the tying goal. It doesn't surprise me. I tried to challenge anything to maybe get that pulled off of that. But Sean's got a extremely strong team. Obviously, they're first seed in the league for a reason, and we knew we were going to just have to go after it. The best we could do. And still know it's a series. So
this is the fourth consecutive game that Ronnie Petrucci has faced 40 or more shots on goal, and he's won all of them. Can you even begin to describe how important he's been?
Yeah, without question, he's been the rock for us. Honestly, it's and we've been in this situation, quite a few times in the last 4 or 5 years, and we did a little differently this year with his load management this last month. A lot of days off for him, a lot of practice off for him, but he's just been a rock back there. He's solidified that position for us. Obviously, we're probably the least offensive team out of the 4 left. So we rely on Ronnie a lot, and we rely on our defense a lot. And it's odd for us to be in a 5-4 game for sure. As you can, Chris, with Anthony, with you and Chris up at the 87s, there are 1-0 games and 2-1 games and all special teams. And so a 5-4 game for us is a little different.
You bring up relying on defense, and it wasn't even Jack Hospital. It was Nick Story with a couple goals, Andrew Henry with the overtime winner. So what do you see from the rest of your blue liners, not named Jack Hospital, and the way that they stepped up?
Yeah, I thought, again, when you're playing a team with that much speed and that much offensive talent, there's a lot of guys with a lot of points on that team. So I knew the guys had to step up and play their game, and they have great speed wide. So I thought they did a good job of pushing a lot of things wide, and you're not going to stop their shooting. They're going to get shots. So between maybe just one and outs and one and dones was what we were really kind of looking for mostly, to be honest.
Mark, you guys won the playing game. You swept the Bears. You beat the 87s, and now you're here. It seemed like last year, you guys had a strong second half, kind of a bit of a rough patch in the first half. It's happened a few times in the last few years. But you guys have been able to weather the storm and get here. It seems like you guys just had a lot more life tonight than you did. So do you feel like this team still has?
I think this team is a lot scrappier than the ones we've had in the past. We've had a lot of talented teams in the past, and come up here and come up short. I just think this team is a little scrappier. They muck pucks on the wall a little bit better. They create a lot of goals through turnovers, and not a lot of zone entry goals, a lot of turnover goals or your worker goals. Honestly. So, and once we kind of got the right guys in the right spots, I think that's when it started turning for us. I don't know, we were 4-10 at one point, but I think maybe right at the end of the December we started turning it again, and it was just putting the right guys in the right spots and letting them try to do what they do best. If they're defensive-oriented guys, and we put them in that position, or if they're again having Trevor and Kinsler and those guys help their offense a lot. And obviously Jack had a great year, so. That's probably the best of it was, the guys chipped in when they need to chip in. We played a lot of low-scoring games, but, when you're playing those low-scoring games, you learn how to defend, I guess, is the best thing,
You guys had a bit of a scare early in that overtime where it looked like the Railers had ended it. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, from our bench, it looked like it hit a guy and then went to the back of the net. I wasn't sure, and then Andrew Henry came over and said, yeah, it hit my shin pad and went on the back of the net. So before they looked at the replay, he had told me that's what happened. But when it first is on the net and you're so far away, you have no idea. Like I said, this is a very strong team we're playing. So You get nervous anytime, overtime or not. Nervous when they're driving the zone and getting a couple plays and they're cycling the puck in. It's, for a coach, it's nerve-wracking. There's not much you can do. You're sitting and watching.
And lastly, coach, would just say, you guys have the 1-0 lead. As you said, you're the 4 seed coming in here. What is it going to take to not put this to 3 games? What is it going to take to end it tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of the same. I think we're going to have to defend a little better. I know obviously Sean's going to have his guys flying tomorrow, and we're going to get their best shot. When your backs are against the wall, it's what they're going to give us. And we know that. We just talked about in the locker room. Everybody's back and focused on tomorrow right now. There's no celebration of any kind other than that moment. And now it becomes try to find a way to get the second win. And you want to do it tomorrow. And obviously Sean has a lot to say about keeping his team in it. They're a strong team, so they're going to push it right at us.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Coach. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.